The British Council's involvement in the Teaching Divided Histories project is very much about assisting with bringing an international dimension to the programme. And we're doing that through our global network and through specifically schools in South Africa, Sierra Leone and the Lebanon.
We decided to use the Connecting Classrooms programme, which is a British Council school linking programme, to promote the international pilot of the Teaching Divided Histories project. The reason that we did that is that there is grant funding available through the Connecting Classrooms programme for schools who are in partnership. In South Africa, the partner schools have already been successful in obtaining a Connecting Classrooms grant, and we are hoping to have one of the teachers from South Africa with us at the conference when he will also visit his partner school, which is Lisneal College in Derry, Londonderry.
Well, we're very, very excited about our link with Blackfontein School. The teachers are very excited and the pupils are very excited. Already we can see that it's given a certain energy to the teaching of the history, and I think the pupils are very excited about the fact that they're going to be able to tell their story of their country to another country, and that the other country are going to be able to tell their story back to them. And I think they appreciate there's really quite a lot to learn from the South African past.
I think it will help me learn about conflict in Northern Ireland, because I will have to research it so that I can teach the pupils in South Africa about it, so therefore I would be teaching and learning at the same time.
It completely came as a surprise to our pupils that South Africa was a segregated country in terms of colour, that you had white bus stops, black bus stops. Our kids are just used to Protestant Catholic and that's all they worry about, and they aren't aware of anything different about that throughout the world really. But getting them to think outside of Northern Ireland just in terms of religion and think of a different country in terms of colour is, I suppose, what really the project key aims are.
We are very excited and we support this. We have realized that change is inevitable, and we welcome this venture as a leadership of the school and to support the learners and the teachers as well.
I should think it's going to be a great experience for the learners when they interact with other learners out there, especially when they'll be doing common things, tackling global themes, acquiring global skills and outlooks, communicating, collaborating. Those are important skills that these learners are really going to acquire.
The good thing is that learning more about a Northern Ireland school, knowing their culture, as well as their history. It's a very good thing for us, for me and as well as my school,
I think it's a good thing to have partnership with the Northern Ireland, because it helps us to be able to deal with the global themes.
The thing that I'd like to learn from Northern Ireland schools pupils is that how has civil rights struggle affected their lives personally and their families.
Working with the people in the Northern Ireland will help us know that we are not the only ones in South Africa who have experienced the conflict.
We also have a partnership established in Sierra Leone. This is a partnership between Lagan College in Belfast and a school in Freetown in Sierra Leone.
I think, preparing our students for the world that they're going to live and enter into beyond Lagan College is really important for them to see that some of the things that they experience in their society is not that different from other boys and girls in other countries. And so to be aware of that global impact that conflict can have on the lives of children in other countries as well is important. It makes them sort of understand maybe their own context as well. We've been very privileged that the British Council has also supported this project and has given us that opportunity to be, again, a little bit more creative by furthering our contacts with the school in Sierra Leone, which has worked perfectly for Lagan because we have had a link with Concern and we have done a fundraising initiative with Sierra Leone, so that's excellent.
The international aspect of the Teaching Divided Histories, I think, is a brilliant component of it, because it puts the context of the conflict in Northern Ireland into a wider international citizenship really agenda for the students, and then the pupils are going to be sharing work through digital technologies that they've done. So for example, the students at Lagan College working on a Comic Life project will be sending their Comic Life scripts to the pupils in Sierra Leone. So while our students learn about the civil rights movement and the cause of conflict in Northern Ireland, they're able to share their learning with pupils in another country.
Teaching Divided Histories is actually the only example of British Council working on conflict or the subject of conflict in schools. So from that point of view, it is unique, and the conflict agenda is important for British Council. We work in over 100 countries across the world, many of which are post-conflict societies, so there certainly is potential for the rollout of this project more widely.
We would see in the final analysis, the work that we do is about building trust and engagement worldwide. And we do that because our view is that we're assisting and helping develop a safer and more prosperous world. And if I look at conflict, I would see that sort of it develops from mistrust and misunderstanding very often. So the idea of working against that mistrust and misunderstanding is precisely what the British Council is about. And of course, Teaching Divided Histories fits perfectly within that agenda.